Oh, Regina, Regina, Regina. Great job, ma'am. Great job. My name is Brendan Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my movie review for One Night in Miami. And if this is the first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. And Miss Regina King, I just want to say congratulations again for your Oscar win for Best Supporting Actress in If Beale Street Could Talk that came out in 2018. You did a phenomenal job. You knocked that role out of the park, and it is well deserved. And now we see not only is Regina King just phenomenal in front of the camera, she's also outstanding behind the camera with this film One Night in Miami being her directorial debut. I really did enjoy this film, but before we get into the details, let's talk about what it's about. Set on a night on February 25th, 1964, One Night in Miami follows a young brash Cassius Clay as he emerges from the Miami Beach Convention Center, the new heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Against all odds, he defeated Sonny Liston and shocked the sports world. While crowds of people swarm Miami Beach to celebrate the match, Clay, unable to stay on the island because of Jim Crow-era segregation laws, spends the evening at Hampton House Motel in Miami's African-American Overtown neighborhood celebrating with three of his closest friends, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown. During this historic evening, these icons, who each were the very representation of the pre-Black Power movement and felt the social pressure of their crossover celebrity brought, shared their thoughts with each other about their responsibilities as influencers, standing up, defending their rights, and moving the country forward to equality and empowerment for all Black people. The next morning, the four men emerged determined to define a new world for themselves and their community. So one of the first things I really did enjoy about this movie, for the most part, was the way the story was told. We have four of these characters, Cassius Clay, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown. And I like how Regina King took her time introducing each character in their own world, in their own right, just showing how they fit into America during this 1960s period. Whether or not you know the history between all four of these characters or you was born yesterday, the way Regina King introduced everyone individually did give you a great account on who they were and what they stood for. One of the things that impressed me the most about this story is how Regina dealt with racism. It can come in many different shapes and forms. Some can be subtle, some can be overt, and the way she did it in this film was very subtle, it was very surprising, and it was something that I've never seen before and made me applaud while I was watching this on my couch at home. I mean, she gave the perfect representation of how some racist white supremacists in this country really do love Black people, but actually only love them as dogs. Now think about that. I mean, if you have a pet, you love your dog. I mean, you can feed your dog, you can walk your dog, you can bathe your dog. If your dog goes lost, you'll put up signs and miss your dog. If your dog passes away, you know, you're going to be sad and bury him and all that good stuff. But at the same time, it's still a dog. It is not equal to a human being. And that the way that she displayed that on film with the scene with Jim Brown at the very, very beginning spoke volumes, and it's very, very telling. And not only how people treated Black people back in the 1960s, but also how we're still treated today in 2021. It was very shocking, and it spoke volumes. And a lot of Black people can take this as a lesson now and apply it to the rest of their life, just on how to properly navigate themselves throughout this country, throughout their lives, so they're not taken advantage of by these evil racist white supremacists. Now, when it comes to the acting, when it comes to the casting across the board, I thought everyone did a great job. I would be lying to you if I said that I did not enjoy myself and everyone pulled their weight as far as their performances is concerned. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to the casting of Malcolm X being played by Kingsley Ben-Adir, I was not initially a fan of this, just thinking, okay, I don't think this man is the right person to take on this role. But I have to be honest, I think he did do a decent job. Now, I'm not saying that this is as good as Denzel Washington played in Malcolm X in the 90s by Spike Lee, but at the same time, he did do a good job and he does deserve some praise for it. And I got to give him 2 thumbs up right there. Now, this film's runtime is coming in about 1 hour and 54 minutes. And after the introduction to each of the characters, there really wasn't anything that was grabbing me, keeping my attention, or at the edge of my seats. That did not pick up till about the hour point in the film, and that's where everything did good to me. When these four icons, when these four heroes finally got together in this one night in Miami, in this motel, that's where everything got good and revved up. I really loved the engagement and how they bounced off of each other, and they were having very, very important conversations that not only were important then, but still resonates today. It just really goes to show for Black people how important it is for us to know our history, not just so that we know who we are, so that we can learn from the mistakes that we made in the past so that we don't make them again now in the present day and or future. I mean, of course, everybody in the Black community is different. We are not a monolith community, okay? Everyone has different opinions, and we're all cut from different cloths and just have different experiences in life, and everybody has a level of expertise, influence, or talent, and that is the main theme of this movie. And the moral of the story for me is it's like each of these men had their way about moving through this space and engaging in society, and every piece is important to add to that puzzle. Okay, we shouldn't be tearing each other down. We should be building each other up, supporting each other, staying on code no matter what, because that's the only way that we're going to get out of this quagmire. And that's how I interpreted this film and realized the importance of it being told. I mean, we should all be taking notes because there's a lot that you can learn from this movie. And it's just going to open up more discussions. I mean, it's very important to have these very uncomfortable conversations. We as Black people need to know exactly how we feel. We don't need to hold our tongue. We need to express ourselves to each other so we can get out of this mess that we're in. I mean, it's just very, very important that we band together because we're seeing history repeat itself. I mean, this happened a number of decades ago. And this film really did put things in perspective for me and just says that, hey, if we don't start making changes, we're going to still be in the same spot that we're in now, or even worse, another 50 years from now. I mean, across the board, the performances are great. I love the cast. I love the set design. I liked everything about this movie. If I had to give One Night in Miami a rating out of a 1 out of 10, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Yes, an 8 out of 10. But guys, that is just my opinion. What did you think about One Night in Miami? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Help me reach 30,000 subscribers. That is my next big milestone. But again, guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please follow me on social media. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. And that's just my opinion. Peace.